I got a chance to sleep on it, and I'm still disappointed in that game. Vastly disappointed in that game. What's up, YouTube? Your boy back once again with another sports topic, and today we're gonna talk some football. Houston Texans football. Houston, do we have a coaching problem already? Like we in just in week one. Do we still have a coaching problem? Is it already showing that we have problems coaching? We're going to talk about, we're going to break it down. Before we get in there, like I've been telling y'all before, if you're liking the content, make sure you liking the channel. Make sure you sharing the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you comment on all the videos, liking all the videos, sharing all the videos on all social media platforms. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, any type of social media platform you use, make sure you share it on them same social media platforms. Also, follow me on social media as well. The links in the description below. See, if you don't follow me, you ain't got no excuse. The links in the description below. Follow me on social media. Also, we giving away 30 days free Amazon Prime. If you don't have Amazon Prime, you sleep, you're tripping. The link is in the description. Get you a free 30 days. It's giving you 30 days for free. Who don't like free stuff? Free 30 days. Hit the link in the description. Get your free 30 days. Follow me on social media. And like I say, like the channel, subscribe to the channel. Get the channel growing and growing and growing. I really appreciate that. Y'all know how much I appreciate that, but I really do appreciate that. Now that we get out of the way, man, like I said, the Houston Texans tied Indianapolis Colts 20-20. I had to think about it, sleep on it, go to work, do other stuff. And I'm still where I'm at. Like I said, I'm vastly disappointed in that game. There was no way the Texans should have lost that game, and it's a lot of blame to go around while the game went to overtime. But I think the two people to get the bulk of the blame is going to be Lovey and Pep. Pep for his play calls, a combination of both Lovey and Pep for the reason why Rex Burkhead was constantly getting the football instead of Damian Pierce. I'm gonna put it on both of them because at the end of the day, if it was Pep's idea or Pep's fault, Lovey's the head coach. You say, hey, put him in, and vice versa. If Lovey doesn't want to put him in, you like, hey, yeah, I can't keep wrong. I can't call what I want to call unless I have Damian Pierce out there. So it has to be at the very least on some level a collection of both of them. The reason why Damian Pierce didn't get the rock the way he should have, especially in crucial moments. And then Lovey for the selling for the tie, and then the way he doubled down on it today with the press conference was actually more alarming. I think that's actually more worse than the actual decision itself. His excuse, his reasoning for both not Damian Pierce playing and for why he went for a tie. For people out there, because I know people in the comment section talk about actually the tie help us out because we in the division race and the tie all this whoop whoop whoop. Listen, man. Listen, like I said in the video after the game, this is not the same situation with 3 years ago when we was in Indianapolis and Frank Wright decided to go for it because he said he don't like ties. He was closer for the Texans for Deshaun Watson and Hop to connect on the play to get themselves in field goal range. The Texans had a way to run the clock out and make sure that the Indianapolis Colts got it was only like I think 26 seconds left. Cause I think the Colts called timeout, so it was only 26 seconds left. You was like on the 45, the opposite 45. So yeah, I guess in a perfect world they could have maybe gained some yards, but they would have to gain some if they would have got the ball back on the exact same spot. They would have gained some yards. But the thing with that is, even though Lovey said the defense wasn't playing their best, the secondary was. Now the linebackers wasn't. Like the linebackers in coverage were not. They were giving up bad plays, and then also Jonathan Taylor was gashing them. But the secondary, the corners and the safeties, the DBs played well. The front four played well as well. So it was really more so the linebackers that was the hole in the defense, I say. So I think you would have been able to stop them. Not to mention their kicker doesn't have ooze with confidence in the begin with. And like I said, your linebackers is the reason why your linebackers and Christian Kirk is the reason why the Colts were able to kick a field goal anyway, because you had two back-to-back plays from Derek Stingley and Desmond King on first and second down that caused them to go on the third down, and you were like third and long, you're like, okay, as long as they stop this, we be able to get the football back. This is before the coach tried to get their field goal, and Christian Kersey uh uh just gives a big hole in his own. Like he feels like somebody's threatening, so he tails off. He gets squeezed in, and then boom, play first down, and the Colts end up getting the field goal range and missing the field goal, but able to get in there. And like I said, like Lovey's whole explanation talking about he stands by there was the right decision, and about how his defense was gassed, and he felt like a tie is better than a loss. Because he said that's basically what he's saying, is either a tie or a loss, and not say a tie is better than a loss. Just it was some other stuff he said, but a lot of things he said kind of had like a losing mentality to it. Like, a losing mentality. Like I say, you play to win the game. We're here to play football right here. And you're the underdog. You have, like, the Texans don't have real playoff aspirations. And again, granted, I think that every team in the NFL wants to win Super Bowl, obviously. And if you have a chance to win Super Bowl this year, you obviously do it, because you never know when the opportunity is going to present itself again. But at the same time, you have to know who you are and know who you're facing against. And it would be much better, and it ooze more confidence, especially in somebody like Davis Mills, who needs more confidence. You be able to be able to ooze more confidence if you're able to go forward, put the football in Davis Mills' hands, get a first down or a touchdown, or win the game, whatever the case may be, instead of settling for a tie off the rip. Like, okay, we just gonna punt stuff for a tie. And then for Pep, like I said, don't know with the whole thing with the Rex and the Damian Pierce, but the bigger fish to fry. What kind of play calling was he calling out the whole game? Now, I guess the only excuse you could say, well, okay, well, maybe he wasn't the one that wanted Damian. He wanted Damian Pierce out there. He couldn't run what he wanted to run. Didn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. The type of play calls you and your offense weren't able to take advantage of three times. Three times the Colts kickoff kicked out of bounds. This is a penalty. That's three times. Three different times. It happened twice in the fourth quarter, and it happened in overtime. There's three times the ball gets kicked off and goes out of bounds, which moves you up, and you weren't able to capitalize on it. You wasn't able to capitalize all offensively. The last offensive play when they tried to give the Rex Burkhead to get a 3rd-and-1, mind you, one, you didn't utilize Rick Cooks. You had Chris Moore out there, splitting Chris Moore out wide and having him in motion, when you could have used Brandon Cooks, because I think the defense respect Brandon Cooks and Brandon Cooks' speed more so, especially in that type of situation, because it could be just the whole fake handoff and just dump it to Brandon Cooks and he breaks one for a touchdown. So I think you would have taken more people out of the box and put more eyes on on Brandon Cooks if you would did that, and that would help clear up the box and things like that. And then the way they hand the ball off to Rex Burkhead, the play call, you didn't have a fullback. If you're gonna have Rex Burkhead in there, especially in that type of situation, you need to be running a goal line off, and somebody that can help power that, because Rex couldn't even, Rex tried to even get a cut, and when he tried his cut, that's when he got stopped. And one, like I said, Rex shouldn't have been out there. It should have been Damian Pierce. Lovie Smith reasoning for Damian Pierce, but he wish he would have gotten more concerned, but talking about it wasn't like the right situations, or like the right some issues or something like that. And I'm like, okay, why you get this worked out in training camp, bro? Like, remember, you played them in the first preseason game against the Saints with the second unit. You didn't play him at all against the Rams because you say you've seen all you need to see, but then you give him a first round rep. You give him starters rep for this week. And why did you go over what you needed to go over? Like, why the situations and circumstances why Rex Burkhead is out there? Because why don't you trust him if it's pass protection? Why don't you trust Damian Pierce at pass protection? And if you don't trust him at pass protection, why is Damian Pierce your starting running back? And then you not even give him the football. Like, I some things just don't add up. So I don't know who's it coming down from, but I give the blame to both of them, because even if one is making a decision and the other's not, the other one should have the power and the cachet to come and check in and be like, hey, no, I'm gonna start him, or hey, I'm gonna definitely have to have him on the field for the majority of the time, whatever the case may be. And whatever the case may be, I just don't understand what they were doing. And to me, like I said, it shows off like this is the first game of the season. This is not the week for us to be questioning coaching. But the coaches are giving you a reason to question. You should not be questioning your coaches, especially first year head coaches for your organization. This is not like your coach has been coaching for the past 5, 6, 7 years. It's not that type of situation like what was with Bill O'Brien. This is Lovey's first time coaching in Houston. This is Pep's first time being the offensive coordinator in Houston. And even though they've been on the opposite sides of other teams and stuff like that, it's the first time they've done it in Houston. And you shouldn't be questioning in that right after the game. You shouldn't be at the game like, you know what? Is Lovey just a black version of Bill O'Brien? Is Pep Hamilton just a black version of Tim Kelly? Like, we shouldn't be questioning those things right off the rip. That's atrocious that you have to question it right off the rip. It makes no sense, and you putting your fan base and your team in a bad situation. You've set the tone in a negative sense, in my personal opinion, for the rest of the season. We're gonna see how other teams and other things work out. Like I said, I know technically the Texans and Colts, since they tied, they both top of the division because both the Jags and the Titans lost. So you still tied for the first position, and that's what people holding on to. Man, don't buy into that. Like, you could actually have time to actually be the actual leader in the clubhouse because you would have beaten the divisional opponent, and the other two divisional opponents lost as well, and you had a couple weeks until you played one of them. So that's what should have been done. But no. No. That's not what gets done. What gets done is what always get done when you talk about the Houston Texans. That's what gets done. What's always happened. What's always got done. They went to bed on themselves. And it wasn't just the players. You know, because I don't think we've... like, man, the coaches coached a great game. The players just messed it up. We've had... Now, the players have balled in spite of what the coaches have done. Like calling timeouts, whatever the case may be, bad clock management, whatever the case may be. So we've seen that type of spectrum. But like I said, it was more so both on both the coaching staff and the players. But I'm gonna put the onus and the majority of it, the bulk of it, when it comes to the coaching, especially like I say with the press conference that Lovey had about going for the tie and why Dameon Pierce ain't played, kind of makes me, you know. The hiring of Lovey Smith is what kind of had me kind of this offseason like, okay, let me pay attention a little bit more. Okay, you piqued my interest. I'm surprised you did that. Then what they did with Friggs is about what I expect. You know, you brought somebody here and there, but it's about what I expect. But then when they drafted, the way they drafted, it's not just Stingley, just the way they drafted, I'm like, okay, now I'm back in. This kind of like, you know what I'm saying? You know how you say take one step forward, two step back. That's kind of what this was, because I just didn't like what was done. And that's the reason why I was disappointed. You didn't go forward. You didn't try to attempt a long field goal, whatever. It was like the not putting Dameon Pierce in, having Rex in crucial down and distances and crucial plays in the game, and then Pep also not getting the ball to Nico. Like, what's up? Like not getting the ball to Nico, but yet Chris Conley is on this team still. Chris Conley, you cut him and brought him back. And he's getting targets. You running a Wildcat with Drip Driscoll. I thought he was cut as well. Drip Driscoll out there running and flipping the Drip. You know, Drip my boy with this preseason because it's funny when Drip is out there. Like, anytime Drip is out there, it's funny. But in a regular season game, it looked very gimmicky. And it looked like you didn't know what you was about to do. Now, like I said, the flea flicker, that was a nice call. That was a nice play. But, like I said, Rex being in instead of Dameon Pierce, you not targeting Chris Conley. I mean, you are targeting Chris Conley, but you're not targeting Nico Collins. And But oh yeah, like Rex Burkhead had got more targets and catches than Nico, but that could be more so a check down type of situation. But like, why are you not getting Nico the ball? Why the only time you getting OJ Howard the ball when in the red zone? Why you not moving the ball with OJ Howard, getting OJ the ball, Howard, giving OJ Howard the ball in other spaces? You so high on Brevin Jordan. Why are you not getting Brevin Jordan the ball? Why is you constantly throwing the ball to Chris Conley? Why is Chris Conley on the field? Why is Chris Conley in the game? Why is Chris Conley still a Houston Texan? Those are questions that need to be answered. Cause Chris Farrell Brown the same way. Like Farrell Brown is he right there. He is right there. He ain't fully jumped in, but he's right there to get a to be a proud card carrying member of Hot Butter Garbage. He's right there. He is right there. I'm giving to Chris Conley already a member of Hot Butter Garbage. He's already an official member of the Hot Butter Garbage Club. He's a card carrying member of Hot Butter Garbage. Here you go. You a card carrying member of Hot Butter Garbage. Especially that drop pass when you had an easy walk away first down and some extra yardage. Like, but yet still Pep design plays to go to these guys, but not getting the ball to Nico. And also, why did Brandon Cooks get 9 targets? And then Brandon Cooks got 11 targets. And then the next person, Rex, had 8 or 9. Like I said, he did play. Like you had to not play, but you had the check downs and stuff like that. So that's kind of where his target stuff come to. But Nico only got targeted 2 or 3 times at the very end of the game. But that's who you giving the targets to. You're not giving Nico no targets. You're giving Chris Conley targets. You're giving Rex Burkhead targets. Like I said, some of those are play calls and check downs and stuff like that. So I'm okay with the Rex. Just not the fact that Rex is out there when it should have been Dameon Pierce out there. Like, so I'm not saying it's time to panic yet. I'm not saying it's time to panic yet, but it is time to keep your eyes on these coaches, and that you could potentially have a coaching problem very, very soon, potentially, if you don't clean up a lot of these mistakes. And like I said, I can't rock with the decision not to go for it. I'm sorry. I'm completely sorry. Kick a field goal, run the ball with actual Dameon Pierce. Like, who was you fooling on that third down play? But I digress. But you should have been able. You should have been able to close the deal. You definitely should have. Those explanations was weak. Pep wasn't able to take advantage of what the defense was able to give him when it comes to field position because of the special teams and just. I don't know. Like I say, just disappointing. It's just a disappointing game. Very, very vastly disappointing. Like I said before, I'm vastly disappointed in their effort. You up 20-3 going into the fourth. There's no way you should lose that game, let alone tie that game. It just doesn't make any sense. Like it don't make any sense that you come that close to winning a football game and you couldn't even win. I think I would feel even a little bit different if they would have lost, but they should definitely won. It's a very frustrating game. We'll see. Oh, then hey, it helps the draft stock. It helps the draft stats. I know that much for people out there who care about the draft situation. And speaking of fixing things, I know y'all seen Lamar Jackson. I know you seen Lamar Jackson, but I digress. Well, like I said, I like the defense. I love he's doing a good bang up job on the defense. It's the offense, so we'll see exactly what could be done to make the offense more efficient for going forward. So we'll break it down, but it's it's just the more I think about, like, wow, we really have an actual tie now. We actually have an actual tie. Damn. Like, subscribe if you haven't, comment below if you haven't, click that bell, get more videos. I holla.